What's up, everybody? This is Dave at Vinaka Urban Farm, and like a lot of urban farmers, I grow a lot of greens, and prominent among those, chief among those, king among those is lettuce. And this is my first year doing the whole urban farming thing, at least beyond the level of obsessive garden hobby, and a lot of the resources that are out there that are growing lettuce successfully on a small scale market garden or urban garden setting recommend Salanova lettuce. Salanova is a variety of lettuce that you can cut multiple times, and it's very dependable, and it has a peculiar growing pattern where its leaves stay really small, and they're kind of a nice blend of hardy and beautiful and good tasting. And so you can sell them at a premium price, and they give you some kind of flexibility about when you harvest them, because if you miss by a couple days, the leaves don't get so big that it's hard to sell them, or they're ugly or too crunchy, or too tough or bitter or whatever. And so one drawback about the Salanova lettuce is that the seeds are really expensive, extremely expensive compared to other standard lettuce seeds. And I had discovered that there are a couple other seed companies out there, a couple other lettuce varieties that seem comparable to Salanova, but that are a lot cheaper. The seeds are a lot cheaper. And so I couldn't find any good information out there online to see whether Salanova outcompetes these seeds, and that have a lot of the similar characteristics. So I thought it'd be useful to do some side-by-side comparisons and see whether it's worth it to pay all the extra for Salanova when these other varieties are out there. So that's what I'm doing in this video. The company, I'm not sure if other companies provide it, but the company that I use to source Salanova lettuce is Johnny's of Maine. I use Johnny's for a ton of different kinds of seed, and I have had extraordinarily good experience. They ship their seeds very fast. The seeds are extremely dependable. Just very excellent experience. They do cost a bit more than the other companies that I've tried, but it's been such a good experience with them that it's hard to be upset about that. The other seed company that I'm checking out today is Harris Seeds. I have ordered some plastic bags, microgreens bags from Harris, and I'm trying out these seeds. And the Johnny seed is the Salanova seed. The Harris seed that I'm comparing it to is a series of seeds under the category Eazyleaf, or the brand name Eazyleaf, E-A-Z-Y leaf lettuce. When you look at the pictures of these, they look very similar to Salanova. They've got those really pretty, similar growth patterns. They've got the many small leaves, and they just seem overall really similar. So what I did was I planted what seemed like the equivalent varieties of Eazyleaf and Salanova in a couple different trays as an experiment. And those are just one rotation of my lettuce that I'm growing this year, that I'm going to sell at farmers markets in a month and a half, whenever they're mature. So this is the first piece of evidence that I had that there's some difference between the seed. It has to do with germination. That's what I'm going to discuss here. So as you can see, these are my two trays here. You've probably already noticed, if you're looking closely, that there's a significant difference between them. These trays, I used the mini cell block. I used soil blocks, and I used the mini 3/4 by 3/4 inch soil blocks as the little cells that I plant my lettuce into, because I'm not direct seeding these. I'm going to transplant these after they hang out inside for about a month, and I harden them off, etc. And I covered them with vermiculite and moistened the vermiculite exactly the same way for both varieties, and I stuck them in my basement with the ambient temperature is almost exactly 70 degrees, so it's very ideal germination conditions for lettuce. The tray on the left side is the Salanova. It's the green, sweet, crisp green oak leaf and red oak leaf varieties of Salanova. And they've got a lean to them because I didn't realize that one of my fluorescents here, that back fluorescent, was off for a part of this afternoon. So they got a little bit of a lean to them. But that'll straighten up right quick. And these are the Eazyleaf lettuces. We've got Eazyleaf, Hampton, and Buckley. And these are the equivalent of the types of lettuce, the names of the Eazyleaf varieties that correspond to the Salanova varieties. So, for example, Buckley on the right is the equivalent of it's a red oak leaf Eazyleaf lettuce. Hampton is a green oak leaf variety, and Eazyleaf is a kind of sweet, crisp, frilly, spiky kind of green variety of lettuce. Now, first thing I've noticed here is there's a huge difference in terms of germination. So I seeded these. I sowed these on July 20th. That was Monday. It's Thursday. And it was in the Monday afternoon I seeded them. And this morning, almost every single Salanova had germinated. I would say about 85% have germinated, and I expect more to germinate in the near future. And they're up and at 'em. You can see it very clearly. On the other hand, this morning at least, as of this morning, almost none of the Eazyleaf varieties had germinated, and it's the afternoon, and now some of them, especially the Eazyleaf, so the sweet crisp equivalent, have germinated, and there's a few here and there that have also germinated, but yeah, the difference is really clear. And just to be clear, I brought the Salanova, when I saw it was all germinating, I brought it under these lights and took the little humidity dome off, and by contrast, these guys have been still down in the basement with that dome on, so there shouldn't be any moisture problems or moisture difference between these two, because I just brought it up for this purposes of this video, and after this video I'm gonna mist this vermiculite with some water and then put the dome back on and check it tomorrow morning. But we can already see a clear difference between the two varieties in terms of germination. That doesn't mean that Salanova will come to maturity faster. It doesn't mean the other variety will not germinate, but I think it's just worth getting this sort of empirical experiment information out there. I'm all for farmers sharing this kind of stuff with each other to help each other learn. So I'll shoot videos as the process goes along and take pictures and document the process all the way to the end, and figure out for myself, and hopefully help some of you out there figure out what the deal is and how interchangeable these seeds are, and whether the extra cost is worth it, and what the exact differences are between these varieties. Catch you then.